up, guys? I'm Jason, this is Freeburg Garage, and we are working on the Sportster once again, wrapping things up, getting to the end of the list, of the big to-do list that this bike needed. Been sticking around for all those how-tos. I appreciate you. We're going through now the last bit of it, which is my least favorite, electrical. It's just time-consuming, and you gotta always trace everything down. You could be going one way, and it could be going the other way. But today we are going into two spots of electrical. The first one being that his tack gauge up here, the needle is falling off. Looks like it's been bouncing around inside of the casing up there. And the neutral light is not coming on, which can be two problems, which we're going to hopefully dive into maybe the easier one, but it could fall into the worst one. Let's check this out. All right, so here are the gauges and the needle that is falling off on this one here. So we're gonna fix this, pull that off, get the needle back on, figure out a way to keep it stayed on, maybe some glue or such to get it to work. These are aftermarket clusters that he had on here. The old ones were pretty trashed, so we got meter ones to replace them. It's pretty good. And show you guys the neutral light that's not working. And you got lights there, both pods, but no neutral light, and that's a problem. Well, not so much, I guess, for him, because he's got no turn signal buttons anymore. It's all slimmed down. It's got a whiskey throttle on here. It's all hot rodded out, simplified, chopper, whatever you want to call it. But that's the last light that he cares about that's on his dash. So we're gonna get that fixed, get that worked on, but get this needle back on its spot. All right, removing this odometer pod is gonna be my first guess. Never really removed one of these before. They fixed the needle. So we're gonna give this the first spot to go. Try to pry in that cap right off. Oh yeah, that's it. Well, there's our needle, and that's where it's supposed to, land, but let's see if that just resets it. Bam! Get a little glue inside of there and should be good to go. Alright, got a little glue on there. See if it lands where we want it to. Still got a minute before. Oh, so we'll pull that back off. Right there. All right, I like it. Good to go. Here's the adhesive I used on that needle. Stuff's awesome. Gets it nice and tacky, stays where it needs to be. I love it. It's like a Swiss Army of glue. All right, so here is the book on your neutral light going out. This is like the worst part of if you have to go through it, and which we may have to go through because I have to figure out which way this is gonna turn. So there is a neutral indicator switch on this bike, and it is located right here, of course, which, if you can recognize this, is coming off the main pulley right here. So you have to remove the pulley in order to get to this switch, and the book states that you do not have enough room. There's no way around it. It actually says do not try to remove this without removing the pulley in the whole scenario here. That's what you have to do, the neutral safety switch, if that's what it is. If you've never seen it before in a Sportster. There's the pulley cover right here, of course, then the secondary pulley there. So you gotta remove all of this and then loosen up the tension here. Essentially, you're replacing the belt at the same time. You pull off the belt, same scenario, in order to just get that light switch to work. Now, some can just get used to it without it working, and you feel it and you feel good. But if you have anyone else that ever hops on your bike, or you just want to make sure, sometimes you're kind of screwed. But to get behind here, you got to pull all of this crap off in order to just get to that one neutral safety switch. But if that isn't the problem, then you have to chase in the wiring to figure out where the lighting is, which is another problem you get into. So it's just a standard, finding the short in a long, drawn out wire harness. It was not fun. What we're gonna do first is shoot for a burnt out ball. I am praying to God that that ball it's just burnt out. That's what we do. We're going to pull this bulb out and see what it does. All right, get into the neutral light here. Pretty standard, just 2 bolts. Will get us in there. Sometimes you gotta get past like the stock riser system they have on these bikes, but this one has already been torn apart and lifted up. So it's easy just to get behind here and pull it apart. All right, so there's all of our lights there. Turn signals, oil light, high beams. That's with everything turned on right now. Still nothing on that neutral light. The bike is in neutral. So let's pop this light bulb out. See if we can tell. And they're just receded enough where you can't grab them. So I'm just going to gently use these pliers here. Yank it out. All right. This bulb looks to have that smoked out top, which is a great sign if that's gonna be actually burnt out. All right, so the turn signals on here aren't even being used anymore on his bike. It doesn't even have the buttons. So we're just gonna remove one of these in hopes that these are fine as well. There's the turn signal bulb. All right, what do you guys think? Let's see if we have the luck. Moment of truth. Woohoo! Oh, yes! Fuck yeah! All right. Nice. That, oh my God. That does not always happen. It may just be a light bulb, but that would have been a massive ordeal of tracking down wiring, and thank God it wasn't. Oh man, that is awesome. All right, let's put it back together, make sure it still works when it's all assembled in its spot. All right, the final look. We have our tach gauge with our new glued on needle there. Neutral light right there. Let's see what it all looks like. Bam, look at that. Working once again. We'll even hit it with the gear. Yep. All right, nice, easy one. Doesn't come by too often. Not today, Satan. That about it for me in this one, guys. I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below, tell what you think. And for those who've already subscribed, thank you. And as always, stay free. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.